What's up guys, welcome to another week and another vlog. And happy Easter to all of those who believe in Easter. I don't know if it's something you can believe in, but happy Easter.
Caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.
So this has probably been the most difficult vlog to make purely because everything has gone wrong. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. First time I tried to shoot it, I don't know what happened with my camera. There was water or something on the lens and all the footage looked wrong. Second time I shot it, I looked at the footage and I was like, nah, this stuff sucks. Third time I shot it, it was all out of focus. For some reason my camera didn't want to focus on me and everything was just a blur, and I was like, no, this can't be right. But anyway, hopefully this time everything will work, because if it doesn't, I might just take a baseball bat to my camera. I'm not going to take a baseball bat to my camera. I love my camera too much. But anyway, let's get started. So I actually had no idea what I was going to be talking about this week. I sort of hit a creative block. But then it dawned on me, I haven't done a Q&A yet. So, welcome to the first ever episode of I'll Answer Your Shit. So, question 1. Where have you traveled to and what has been your favorite location and why? This is a good question. So to be honest, I actually haven't traveled overseas that much. The only place I have been that is overseas is some random little island called Australia. And to be perfectly honest, it wasn't my favorite location. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I mean, it was a beautiful country, it's just not what I really like. But I have traveled to pretty much all of the Southern African countries. I've been to Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and obviously South Africa because I live here. My favorite location has got to be the Okavango Delta and a little place in South Africa called Cozy Bay. For one reason, well, two. They are so remote and they are just insanely beautiful. Question 2. How do you afford to travel? That's a good question. Mostly I work random little jobs and I save up every cent, and then using that money I pay for my trips and wherever I go to. But also I'm quite lucky that my parents like to travel a lot, so we've done a lot of family holidays to all parts of South Africa and Southern Africa, and we do a lot of family trips together. But now that my sister and I are a little bit older, that's sort of fading out and we are starting to plan our own holidays and all of that. Yeah, so that's basically how I afford to travel. I just save up every cent and my family sponsors me sometimes, which is great. Question 3. What is your current camera setup? This question I get asked a lot. So my main shooting camera, the one that I'm shooting on right now, is a Canon 600D with the Rode Video Go mic mounted to it with the Joby Gorilla tripod on the bottom, just because it's so versatile and you can take it everywhere and mount it to things, and yeah. So that's my main camera setup. I've also got 2 GoPros that I love but I don't use as much as I should, but they're great because you can just shove them everywhere and you can get the most insane angles imaginable. And I use my phone camera quite a bit. People underestimate phone cameras. These things shoot insanely good video. Question 4. What is your dream destination to travel to? I have many places that I really want to travel to. I know my dream destination would probably have to be something more tropical, purely because I just enjoy that scene. I'm not so into cold places. I'm a hot kind of guy. Hey, at the moment, my current dream destination though has got to be Bali, purely because it's a realistic dream. I'm planning on going to Bali next year with my friend actually. We still need to sit down and like iron out the finer details, but it's happening. I think June, July next year I will be in Bali. Question 6. Something that no one knows about you. I'm a fairly open book, so there's very little that people don't actually know about me. It's not that I don't do secrets or that I'm shallow, it's just that people ask me, I tell them. But something that probably not that many people know about me is that I can play the ukulele. And there's actually a funny story about how I learned to play the ukulele. One day I was sitting on like Facebook or whatever and I came across the 21 Pilots cover of Can't Help Falling in Love with You, and I basically fell in love. Pretty much the next day or like the next few days I went out and I bought a ukulele purely so I could learn how to play that song. Eventually I could play the song and then I taught myself a couple other songs. That's basically the story of my ukulele. So that's something that not many people know about me. Question 7. What's your process for making videos and getting shots? I don't really have a process, but if I'll say there's one golden rule for like my travel adventure kind of videos, it's that you get the song first. I always go into my edits with a the song in mind. Like I know what song I'm going to use, because it makes the editing process a lot easier for me, because I start to visualize like what clips will go well with what parts of the song and all of that. For my vlogs, I sort of just use a logical sequence. Like I know what I need to talk about and what shots I need to get, so I just follow that sequence. I like to shoot things in a logical order because it makes it a lot easier when you're editing, because all your videos are like in this nice neat order for you, so you can just drag, drop, edit and move on. I never really go into a shoot with like a set shot list in mind. The only times I ever do that are where I'm like really pressed for time and I don't have time to play around and be creative with my shots. I have to get in, get the shots and basically get out. But most of the time I like to give myself lots of space for like creativity, because then that's where you can really start playing around with the different camera angles, different camera settings, and you can get some really cool shots. So yeah, I don't really have a process for making videos and getting shots. I just like to let my creativity run wild, really. Short answer, I don't really have an editing process at all. And that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I hope you know a little bit more about me. If you have any questions that you want me to ask in any future episodes of I'll Answer That Shit, drop them in the comments below, or comment on my Instagram page, Facebook, even email me if you still do that. But until next week, peeps, keep killing it, and I'll see you then.